as an individual with free will. You have this immense power to create, and you are creating because of Source. Therefore, you can live many lives in one single lifetime, because truly that is the goal of each life that you live. The goal is to do more than just accomplish tasks and make money and perhaps have a spouse and children, friends, and so on. And you are the ones who are ready for this message. You are ready to not only hear it, but also to act accordingly, and we know that. We are the creators, and we love you very much. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott. It's a beautiful day to read some amazing channelings. This time we're going to read The Creators by Daniel Scranton. And these are very recent channelings from October through November that you can find on Daniel's website, danielscranton.com. The website has some amazing resources, and these channelings are fun to read. The creators are dedicated to helping us to ascend, to co-create a powerful reality which we find joy and happiness, to make our ascension process easier. You can check out my previous episodes where I've read some of the creators. They're very similar to the Arcturian Council channelings and a little similar to Quo as well. Now, what I want us to do together is to tune into the creators. We can make that our intention before I read these channelings. It seems to make the energies flow much better as I read them, and people have said that they encounter the message much more intensely when we make that intention. So I'm taking a moment to tune in to the creators. When will the spaceships come and take you to 5D? We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. You are taking yourselves to a new level of consciousness. And as you do that, you must make peace with everything that you have ever done, everything that you have ever been, and that holds true for the others who are sharing this experience with you as well. That is why you're not escaping to the 5th dimension. That is why you're not just going to board a spaceship and go to another Earth-like planet to get away from all the chaos and all the people who are responsible for the chaos in your eyes. It is because whatever you are experiencing on your planet right now is meant for you to see, to acknowledge, and then to heal and forgive. It is the path of integration. It is the path of facing what is there, what is yours, your creations. This ascension is not about escaping, and it never has been. It's not about separation, and it never has been about separation. Therefore, you can all rest assured that everything on Earth as it is right now is as it needs to be in order to give you all the opportunities to experience what you're facing in a new way. Take garbage, for example. You probably lived for many years of your life without ever thinking about the garbage that you throw away and where it goes and what happens to it and the impact that it has on the rest of you. But that's been going on for so long that you're now having to face the garbage. You have to make the decisions about what to do with it, and some people will see it as an opportunity. Some people will notice that the garbage has value and that you don't have to just put it as far away from you as possible. Some will see potential energy within the garbage and figure out a way to derive energy from it. Artists, of course, will go through garbage heaps looking for inspiration, looking for something they can turn into a project that is beautiful in its resulting image. And this is the way you need to look at everything that is on Earth and of Earth at this time, and that includes all the people that you share the planet with who disagree with you on several hot-button topics. It's all meant to be reclaimed. It's all meant to be re-seen, and you're the ones who are capable of doing this. You are the ones who are ready to receive this message, which is why you're receiving it. And we know that you all have gifts and abilities that you haven't tapped into yet, but that you will know. We know that you will have inspired ideas, new perspectives, and new ways of approaching your lives that will benefit you and everyone else. We are excited to see what those of you who are awake can do with your current set of circumstances there on earth because we believe in you and we invite you to believe in yourselves and in your abilities to bring humanity to the next level of consciousness. That's what this ride is all about. We are the creators and we love you very much. Spiritual warfare. Has the light defeated the dark? We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. You are not in the midst of spiritual warfare. We do not even agree with the idea of spiritual warfare. We do not agree that it is possible to have spiritual warfare. We are spirit, and we are of the light, and we would never seek to defeat the dark. We do love the dark. We embrace the dark. We have compassion for the dark. We send healing to the dark, but we do not even need to forgive the dark because we have never condemned the dark to begin with. Therefore, we who are of the light would like to state with great clarity that there has never been a need to defeat the dark, and there is no victory over the dark to be had. Now, any darkness that you see outside of yourselves, you also contain within yourselves, because in order to experience something, you must be of the vibration of that thing. So as much as people want to put everything out there outside of themselves and label it, and possibly even judge it and defeat it, we have news for you. It's not outside of you. You cannot claim separation from anything that you can perceive. And even if you can say, but I would never do that, it does not eliminate it from your experience of your reality. This is 100% your reality, and you are creating it. And any darkness that you perceive, you may need to forgive, because you have already condemned and judged and put into a box that which you would label dark. And so it is up to all of you who identify as being of the light to embrace that which you call the dark, and to give up on this idea of spiritual warfare once and for all. There is no such thing. As you recognize that what is coming up right now is coming up to be seen, to be acknowledged, and to be healed, then you are acting on behalf of the light. You who are the light workers are meant to do the work on yourselves first, and that is why you are not on the easy path. That is why things aren't all working out the way you would like them to, and according to some plan that you feel you set into motion a long time ago. We know that it's hard. We know that there is suffering, and there is struggle, and there is pain, and there are people crying out to be released from all of it. And we also know that you have your biggest breakthroughs when you reach those points where you are crying out. We know that no one's light has ever been extinguished, and we know that we shine our light upon you. The light that is within you shines brighter. And that's what you are there to do. Shine the light brighter, and invite those who have been playing in the dark to join you in the light. It may be very, very difficult for you to accept someone who has done harm to others as being a part of the human collective, a part of the collective consciousness, but they are. And you are there to unite. You are there to light the way, and we are holding our vibration and sending the light that we send to help. It's not a hierarchy. We are not lighter than you are or better in any way. We are playing different roles in different realities at the same time, but we are all of the light. Anyone and anything that you can perceive is of the light, and they may play that role of one who has allowed more of the dark to dominate the consciousness, but that is all pretend to produce the shadow and to give the light something to know itself against. And you are the ones who are ready for this message. You are ready to not only hear it, but also to act accordingly, and we know that. We are the creators, and we love you very much. Can awakened souls fit in and be authentic? We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. We know that many of you are struggling at this time to fit in energetically, socially, and in all of the other ways that you think you should be fitting in with your society. We want you all to know that it is important for you to be yourselves, and that fitting in is overrated. So many people who desire to fit in are not being their authentic selves. They are not saying what they really think. They are not feeling what they really feel, and they are not acting as they should truly like to act. And this is the type of facade that is crumbling at this time. You who are awake know that you must remain authentic, true to yourselves in order to feel good, and you know that your emotions are your indication of whether or not you are in alignment with your true self. This is how you ascend. This is how you become one with your higher self. Now, the feelings of sadness, loneliness, and sometimes even despair are there for you to experience, but not to hold on to, because you know that the times are changing. Life on planet Earth 5 years from now will be much different than it is today, and you know that there are more and more people waking up every day. So like the farmer who plants the vegetables and waters them and fertilizes the soil, you must be patient with the seeds you have planted. You must be patient with your fellow humans, and we know that you can make your lives what you want them to be and attract people to you that will want to play with you if you are your true selves. Listen to your hearts. Listen to your inner guidance. Do not get caught up in what everyone else is doing, thinking, and saying, and do not judge it either. If you judge them for what they believe, for where they are spiritually, for what they do with their free time, then you isolate yourself even further. If you can accept that the vast majority of people are not going to get you, and you can accept where they are, then you can more easily and more quickly call in your tribe to play with you. It is clearer now than it ever has been before on earth what everyone thinks, what everyone believes, because you have so many ways of expressing yourselves. If you're willing to tell the world who you are, you will also then be in the process of attracting those individuals to you who will resonate with your vibration, with who you are in this moment. Some of them will be extraterrestrial. We know so many of you want those encounters as well as the human ones. You have your animal friends to connect with you, and you have Mother Nature and Mother Earth to connect with. And certainly you can find others who vibrate in harmony with you somewhere out there on the internet. So you are not so alone, especially if you take into consideration all of the helpers you have around you in non-physical form. Let go of the idea that things are supposed to be different than what they are right now, and you will be giving them the necessary space to change. And in the meantime, enjoy your lives as best you can. We are certain that there is plenty on earth right now that you can enjoy. We are the creators, and we love you very much. The quantum universe, science, and spirituality. We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. We are here to awaken within you that which was always there, but that which has not yet been known by your physical minds. We would like to broaden your minds by helping you with your concepts of self, of world, of source, and of others. And as you shift these concepts, you shift who you are in the world, how you act, what you think, and what you say. And that will change your lives for the better. It will also give you a truer picture of the reality that you're experiencing. Science has been doing this for quite some time by showing you all the things that you could not possibly see with your own two eyes. Science is helping you to understand the quantum universe and how those subatomic particles are behaving. And you are noticing there is a link between science and spirituality. In other words, the objective world that is measurable is coming together with the world of metaphysics, the world that seeks to understand the unseen and the unknown. And as you bridge that gap, you come to recognize that everyone is really talking about the same thing. Why do we exist? How do we get here? And how can we maximize this opportunity of being here? Now, everyone goes about that in different ways because everyone has a different path, a different plan for themselves and for that life that they are living. You all get to decide more now than you ever have before what your path is. You get to determine what your life can be about as you stretch your consciousness and your imagination to include more possibilities for you. You are awakening to the truth of your own power, and that is a very important truth for you to awaken to. Because thinking of yourself as just a lowly human who is on earth to somehow impress God, some supreme being outside of you, is not a very fun or healthy way to live your life. It diminishes you as an individual with free will. You have this immense power to create, and you are creating because of Source. But you are also creating within Source, and you are using your consciousness to move those subatomic particles around in a way that is most pleasing to you. You also get to use your free will to determine how you look at each particle within this universe of ours. You get to try on different perspectives and choose the one that best suits you in the moment. And when you can see that everyone is doing that is not a threat to you, then you can truly live and let live. You can be the creator of your own reality and allow everyone else's to do the same, knowing that all is well and all are truly safe, because all of this is happening inside of a gigantic being of unconditional love. Now, when you are awake to all that you can get through life's challenges in a very joyous way, and in a way that also has the side effect of inspiring others, empowering others. And you can live in a universe where everyone is marching to the beat of their own drum, and doing so with a skip in their step. And you can be inspired by others as well when you see them as powerful beings of source energy, who are co-creating experiences with you to further the expansion of source. So if you are looking for a theory of everything, we think that one is pretty good, and we think you don't have to complicate it any more than your minds are capable of doing. We want you to enjoy this life, and in order to do so, it is helpful to know who you are and how it all works. And we and others like us will continue to do our best to convince you that you are capable of so much more, and that this universe responds to your every thought and every desire. We are the creators, and we love you very much. End political polarization and all disagreements. We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. We know you have your differences with one another, and we witness you and how you experience those differences. We want you to know that someone disagreeing with you on any topic doesn't have to affect you emotionally. You don't have to get upset when someone else disagrees with you. Instead, you can recognize that maybe it is true that there is something else here at work. It is a possibility that the reason you don't see eye to eye with someone is because the two of you working together could find a third option, a solution that was better than the one that either of you had fixated on and had assumed was the best solution. So you don't need to fight. You don't need to determine who was right, and you certainly don't need to go back and look at who has been more right in the past. You can let go of the past and understand that the present is the moment that you have all of your power in. So when someone disagrees with you, instead of arguing with them and insisting that you are right and they are wrong, get curious about why you have attracted that person into your experience who does not agree with you. Perhaps you're meant to let go of your resistance of their point of view, because you are supposed to be letting go of your fear of the world that they think is the better world for everyone. Perhaps you are meant to work through your differences with other people because of your history with those people. In other words, you are growing exponentially because all of the challenges that you face there on Earth and disagreements with other people are some of those challenges that you're facing right now. You don't have to worry about someone else being more right than you are. You can agree to disagree. You can focus on the best possible world for all people, and you can recognize that you may not know the path to that world. You can let go of your attachment to an outcome. You can go with the flow and tell Source what you're hoping for is the best possible outcome for everyone. Now again, you'll be facing that which you have been fearing, judging, and resisting. And sometimes those things will come to you in the form of someone else saying, thinking, or doing something that challenges you, that triggers you, and that hopefully gets you to examine your own resistance to them, to their beliefs, to their way of being in the world. You can do that. You can heal so much within yourselves. You can grow spiritually, and you can live and let live. You can recognize that source energy, thought, that person being exactly as they are in that moment was a pretty good idea. Good enough to create, but everything and everyone must exist as they are for a reason. And the reason is always that there is something better that you are moving towards at all times. And when you can pull back far enough to recognize there is a bigger picture, you can benefit from everything that is just as it is right now. Yes, there are all kinds of issues on your planet, all kinds of things that you would like to change about life on Earth right now, but it is all there for you to grow out of, to grow from, not simply to push against and do everything in your power to change. You change you, and you see everything outside of you changing magically as a result. And one of the things you can do right now to help better your world is to stop fighting with people who are in your life or who are disagreeing with you on some key issue or politics. You have the ability to rise above that mentality of us versus them and to be one who unites. And that's what we want to encourage you to do, because we know how much potential there is within humankind right now to rise above the turmoil, the chaos, and the fighting that is going on in so many sectors of society. You are the ones to put an end to the divisiveness, to humanity being polarized, and that's why you're there right now witnessing it. We are the creators, and we love you very much. The need for you to exist in today's world. We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. We know that you have many aspects to who you are there on Earth, and we know that you choose to play many different roles at different times as well, and therefore you can start to understand who you really are as a soul, because you don't just have one identity as a human being, you have several. You change according to circumstances, tasks, the people you are around, and what your desires are in any given moment. You dig deep within yourselves at times to discover new aspects of who you are as a human being. You uncover various gifts and abilities as they are required of you. When you start to recognize this, you realize that you have a choice in who you are in each and every moment. And no matter what role you are playing for the collective you are a part of, you can always choose to infuse more of Source and of love into who you are being and what you are doing or saying. Therefore, you can live many lives in one single lifetime, because truly that is the goal of each life that you live. The goal is to do more than just accomplish tasks and make money and perhaps have a spouse and children, friends, and so on. The task at hand will always be to infuse more of Source, more of that love that you truly are into all aspects of you as a human being. And so, while you see yourselves as artists who want to use the color of Source to paint your reality, then you start to get an idea of what your existence is all about. And certainly everything that you do then becomes more powerful, more impactful because of what you have infused into it. Certainly you can strive to do things perfectly in the tasks that you perform, but you can do something quite imperfectly while attending to infuse more Source energy into it and fulfill the purpose of the task in the first place. All of this exists so that Source can know Source, so that Source can discover what Source is. And when you awaken to the truth that you have the ability to infuse more of that Source into everything, then you are working as an instrument of God, of all that is, of Source energy. And that will be the best feeling experience you can have while in a physical body. It will also help you to feel more fulfilled and purposeful in your life. We are the creators, and we love you very much. The rest of the ride to the 5th dimension. We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. We notice that you are struggling there on Earth with a particular subject, a topic that seems to haunt you in your day-to-day lives, and we know that you probably notice them as well. And you call them your issues. You say that you are struggling with a particular issue. And it is true that you chose to explore certain themes within your life, certain themes that would challenge you to grow. So the first thing you want to do when you recognize that you have one of those challenges is not to feel that there is something wrong with you or that you have been doing something wrong because you have that particular challenge. The more challenges you have, the more challenges you've taken on. And the more challenges you've taken on, the more of a master you know yourself to truly be. And therefore, the person who has the most challenges is there on Earth at this time to know themselves as the master that they truly are. You can release all judgment of yourself and of others for having these issues that you struggled with. That is a good first step to take. Acceptance will allow you to then see it for what it really is. It's an opportunity for you to go beyond where you have ever been able to go before. And whether you know it or not, your lives are largely about that. Sure, you can experience joy and pleasure and bliss and creativity and love and excitement and all of the other things that you are going to experience, but in your pursuit of those things, you will often find yourselves face to face with the theme that you chose to explore in a challenging way. What that means is no matter where you are on your path right now, it is perfect. You haven't screwed up, you haven't gone far off your path, and when you recognize that changing the way you are looking at the issue or challenge itself is the way you get through it, that's when you know you are on your way to being beyond it. In other words, you will get past this particular challenge. It does not have to stay with you for the entirety of your life. You will in fact move on to different challenges as you progress. That is as it is supposed to be. When you surrender to the challenge itself and you recognize there are solutions to every problem, you are taking yet another step towards moving beyond the issue. When you step back from it completely and you recognize who you really are as a being of source energy, then it becomes possible for you to let in one of the many possible solutions that are available to you at all times. Remember that when you are struggling the next time with one of your core issues, you can let go of the struggle and step away from it. You can always step back and recognize who you really are, take a few deep breaths, and decide that tackling this challenge yet again can be fun for the very first time. And it can be fun because you are deciding that it can be fun. You are the creator of this game, and you are the one who knows best how to play it. Play is the important word in that statement. That's how you make your life experience fun. When you see it as a game and you realize that you are meant to play it, then you can let go of all your serious thoughts and you can begin to enjoy your ride that you are on to the fifth dimension. We are the creators, and we love you very much. Your relationship with your emotions. We are here for you. We are the creators. We are a 12th dimensional collective of non-physical beings, and we are here to help. We notice you when you're having your emotional experiences there on Earth, and we invite you to notice yourselves as well. We invite you to feel the feelings that you are having and also to understand the feelings that you are having. Ultimately, you want to be able to choose what you're feeling, because in so doing, you'll be choosing your vibration and you are actively creating and manifesting. And so when you are feeling a feeling, get interested in that feeling. Get interested in its location, in its intensity, the duration with which you feel it. And then if it's an unpleasant emotion that you do not wish to feel, make sure you're not running away from it. Don't pretend it isn't there. If you're in a social situation, excuse yourself. If someone asks you why you excuse yourself later on, you can tell them. Don't be embarrassed by your emotions, but allow them to be what they are before you start thinking about them or trying to change or transmute them. Your emotion is what it is, and it came when it came because you planned it the night before when you set up the events and circumstances of the day that you would live. And so it's there for you, and it's there to serve you. And if it's a positive emotion, then you will want to amplify it, to be grateful for it, and to experience all of it that you can. It's a not so good feeling emotion. You still want to embrace it and appreciate its message to you, but you also want to feel it completely so that it can move on from you. It will only be stored within you if you deny it, suppress it, numb it yourself to it, and so on. And so once the energy has passed through you, then you can start to wonder about that emotion and what it's really about. You can, of course, feel better feeling emotions after having felt a not so good feeling one. It's easier to reach for them and find them, and you will want to cheer yourself up. When you get to the root cause of the emotion that was not so pleasant to feel, you can then make a different choice. You can choose to view the situation or the person differently than you have been. You can choose to view yourself or your circumstances differently, and in so doing, you'll be choosing the way you feel the next time that person comes around or that topic or circumstance is presented to you. You are changing and evolving through these experiences primarily, and you are also meant to choose how you want to feel. Some people prefer excitement over peace, and some people prefer peace over excitement. One is not better than the other. Some prefer joy over love, and some prefer love over joy. Again, who is to say which is the better experience? You are. You get to choose which one you prefer, but you don't have to judge any of them. Sometimes the joy-loving person might enjoy some love instead. And even though they usually prefer one emotion over the other, they can choose consciously because they have a relationship with their emotions. And it is when you develop that relationship with your emotions that you can master them and master your life and your experiences in that life. Very good. We are the creators, and we love you very much. So these channelings from November 12th to September 5th cover a wide range of topics. Everything from when will the spaceships come and take us to 5D, to spiritual warfare, to wakened souls being authentic. One thing we have to understand is that aliens are not going to come and take us to 5D, that this is happening within us. And we will see profound changes over the next 5 years, big time. One thing that we do by mistake when we're in these spiritual energies is we create an us versus them mentality where we talk about spiritual warfare, where the dark is battling the light. I see that a lot, and it can be fascinating content. But the truth of it is that we are the dark and the light, and we embrace the dark. We're not trying any sort of warfare. There is no warfare that's happening. What we're trying to do is simply be authentic with the people around us, tuning into those energies. We tune into the quantum universe itself. And more as we do this, the scientific aspect becomes united with the spiritual aspect. The creators really emphasize here that we must transcend political differences. We must move beyond these sort of differences that we create, these tribal distinctions and dysfunctions that hurt us. And it is important for us to exist in the world. We are on this crazy ride into the fifth dimension. And part of it is our relationship with our emotions, how we tune into those emotions, how we embrace them, we become aware of them. This is a finely tuned message for how to ascend on a moment-by-moment basis in taking in the energies around us, transmuting them, and becoming that light for the world around us, to embrace the darkness as a being of light, and not to react to what is happening in the world, but to create it. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com, and welcome to The Reality Revolution.